Hi, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video on how I've overcome food sensitivities and intolerances. Well, before I joined Reorigin to do the brain retraining, the neuroplasticity, I was stuck on just lamb, beef and chicken, and I think once a week I was able to get an egg yolk. That was basically it. Yeah, I just was stuck, and so I joined Reorigin and I started the program. Very consistent doing the program and getting my system calm, and I think it took probably about 3.5 months or so to actually for my system to really calm down, where I could feel like I could start introducing more foods. But during that 3 months, I basically had to re-look at what was actually true, what actually was false that I was believing. So I had to go through that, because I'd done a lot of research over the years. So yeah, there's a lot that you sort of get stuck in your brain. So so I worked on the ones that weren't true, so I got rid of those, and still focusing on the ones that are true though. But what I did also was found that food intolerances are mainly caused by missing digestive enzymes. So I got healthy gut holozyme, broad spectrum digestive enzyme, and what I like about this one is it's active, and it's actually got a digestive enzyme for salicylates. So I knew that was really important to help with the salicylates, and it also helps with histamine as well. So I actually incrementally trained on these pretty much early on, once I found out that missing digestive enzymes was a big key to food sensitivity. Sorry, it's really hot in here. It's a very hot summer's day today. And so basically I had to start off really low and slow with a macro level. I opened the capsule and just put a little bit of the powder on my food, and I was sort of like that for a little while, and then gradually, incrementally training, I was able to get this up. So I'm now having a whole capsule, but I still open it up because I don't swallow capsules. So I open that up and I'll put a whole full capsule on my meal at each meal. I would have more, because you can add more of these, but this is very expensive, getting it to Australia. So I'm just sticking to one capsule per meal, and I think it might be the slower way, but at least I know it's helping with my gut. And I actually ran out of this briefly for a few days while I was waiting for it to arrive in the mail, and I noticed the difference of not having these digestive enzymes. So really recommend these digestive enzymes. I basically, with doing the program that Reorigin set, I actually had a food board of pictures of the immediate foods that I wanted to incrementally train into my body. The first lot, I've actually got a second board that I'm actually just started on now, because the good news is I've completely added in every food that was on my first food board list. So that's a huge win and a victory. That was as of, I think it was last week, was the last one that I added on that food board. So now I'm going to be starting on the next food board. So I'd have that in there so that I could look at the pictures of the food and be really calm and relaxed around it. And then when it came to introducing foods, like for example sardines, I can now actually get a whole tin of these sardines into me, and with no issues at all. And I basically, the best way is that I just started off like, holding it, smiling at it, just letting my limbic system know that these foods are safe, that this is normal, people are eating these sardines and healthy, and even dancing with it. It might sound a bit silly, but hey, you got to have fun when you're brain retraining. So I would dance with these sardines just in the packet, just having fun, pick it up, just feel it, can even hug it too, you know, just to know that, let the limbic system know that it's safe, because the limbic system's always trying to protect you. So you've got to let it know mentally and physically that the food is safe. So that's what I was doing with that. And what I did was I opened this up, and I basically separated into bite-sized pieces and then froze them. And then when I wanted to, you know, try it, I would actually make sure it didn't take long to defrost, it was only bite-sized pieces. So I basically let it defrost, and then I would be like, yes, this is good, and just reminding my brain that this is all safe. I don't have any food sensitivities anymore. I've solved the problem with this, and going low and slow. You know, my body can handle all food stimuli now. And then, you know, basically also in the brain retraining, learning that fear and anxiety is just chemicals in my brain, that actually minimized it down, which stopped me from going into the fright to freeze mode, and then having panic, anxiety attacks and so forth, which was, you know, the major part of the symptoms, because I was like, oh, I'm not safe, but I am safe. So yeah, so basically I just calmly put the food in my mouth and held it under my tongue. You know, I didn't have to swallow, you know, and that also took the pressure off, and it also helped my system calm down. And I'm going, see, limbic system, you know, my brain, that I'm safe, everything's okay, I haven't swallowed yet, and my body's already starting to get the digestive enzymes for these sardines because I'm holding it under my tongue. See, we're safe. And then with my mouth, with the food under my tongue, kind of smiling, you know, a bit hard with food in, but you do it. And yeah, and then when I was ready, I swallowed, and I go, see, limbic system, I'm safe. And I celebrate the win of having that bite. And then I'd waited till the next week, and then I did it again. I was really slow and low, you know, pacing it out. And yeah, I probably had a bit of limbic system kickback, but I knew that it was in the range of a scale of 1 to 10, it was between the 4 and the 7. So I knew that I could keep persevering on this, and yeah, and then it wasn't too long before I could eat a whole tin of sardines, and I have that once a week. And so I'm really excited, and that's basically how I've done it with every food that that I'm now getting into my diet. So I'm now eating eggs every day. I'm having cod liver oil. That's twice a week. I'm having the sardines, as I said, and I'm having even more different cuts of meat, like brisket and lamb shanks and so forth, and now all those fermented foods that I've got on my videos, I've been able to incrementally train to get all those into myself. The most recent one was the fermented blueberries. Still getting a bit of kickback from them, but I'm from limbic system from that, but I'm still persevering with it because it's still in that 4 to 7 range. So I know that the sensations will settle down, and once that's settled down, I'll move to my next food board and start incrementally training on those. So my next one will be fermenting butternut pumpkins. So I'm excited about trying that and getting that into my body. So once again, that's a low oxalate food, that one. So I'm looking forward to getting that in and getting a bit more variety as well. But yeah, my food range diet has grown immensely since I joined Reorigin the end of April last year. So yeah, you can do it. You can do it. You can push through and break that fear and anxiety around food, because it's just chemicals in your brain. So I hope you found this helpful, and that you can just start incrementally training on the food, and just being brave, and just going slow. And if you don't want to take that first bite, just spit it out and just celebrate the win that, hey, you got that far and put it in your mouth, and then you're able to calm your system down, and then when you're ready, do swallow it when you're nice and calm. So I hope you felt this helpful. I do, however, recommend joining Reorigin if you haven't already, because you really need the program. You also need the support of the community. Doing this brain retraining, you can only go so far on your own, but when you're in the community doing the program, you've got the support of the community. You're attending the Q&As each week, and then doing a momentum group and all the other things that Reorigin put on. It actually helps you. It helps you motivate yourself, and someone might post something that really speaks to you and helps you over a hump, or a stall that you've had on your healing journey, and it's like, and it just gets you what you need, and you can't get that when you're just doing it on your own. So yeah, we're all cheering each other on, we're all helping each other, giving tips and stuff on what we've done, because it can help others on their healing journey. So I really highly recommend Reorigin if you have food sensitivities, if you struggle with multiple chemical sensitivities, if you have fibro or depression, OCD, whatever the issue is, anything that's to do with the neuro side of our brain. I highly recommend joining Reorigin to help you break through on your health and overcoming fear and anxiety and depression and so forth. So yeah, I hope you found this video very helpful. God bless. Something I forgot to mention with food sensitivities too, it's basically the limbic system gets stuck in a loop. So when you had your first reaction to the food, however long ago it was, the limbic system gets stuck in that loop, and that's why we keep reacting to food or foods in the same manner, and it's the same symptoms that happen. So basically it's retraining the limbic system to not react to the foods, to create new healthier loops, and it's also retraining ourselves to see the sensations as temporary and benign and just passing through. And eventually those sensations will eventually go, and the limbic system will go, okay, this food's safe, and no longer send the alarms and cause the food reactions. So yeah, so it's just basically knowing it's our limbic system that's causing the food sensitivities, and retraining that brain, and retraining our view and feelings of the sensations, knowing that they are minimal, they're unpleasant, but don't resist them, because what you resist persists. So when you just let the sensations just pass on through and don't judge, that's how you overcome the food sensitivities and move forward. But I do, like I said, recommend doing the program with Reorigin, because I'm only giving you a snippet of what is involved in the program and what's involved in the brain retraining neuroplasticity. So anyway, like I said, I hope you found this video helpful. God bless.